Mandate or not, just because you say you're going to do something and you do it doesn't mean the people will go along with it, even if you think they actually voted for your mandate or not. Let's go back to the 20th of January, way back 6 days ago from today, where the president signed into the executive order to revert the name of North America's tallest peak from Denali back to Mount McKinley, although it was basically Denali well before McKinley even existed. Now, the decision has been with significant opposition from Alaskans who have long preferred the name Denali, meaning the high one in a native language of the indigenous people there of Alaska. Now, despite the federal name change officially on the books, many locals, including the Alaskan Native Heritage Center and a guy named Jeff King, who one that I did ride a few times, say they're going to keep calling it Denali. Mama named you Clay, I'ma name you Clay. So Alaska's U.S. senators and the governor, Mike Denali, are basically going back and forth with differing views. Some are supporting the change. Some are saying that, we need to do the same thing. Most are just saying, yeah, but what about jobs and oil and stuff like that? Focusing on other issues than the name of Denali/McKinley. Now, a recent poll of Alaskans actually opposed reverting Denali back to Mount McKinley by more than 2-1 margin. So there you go, 66 to 33% of people would rather keep it as Denali. Let's make this local. Let's talk about Arkansas, which gets confused for Alaska all the time, oddly enough. Here in Arkansas, we have an arena that's about 20 years old or so. And that arena has gone through 3 name changes. One name was there for quite some time when it was built by a company called Altel. You may remember them, did phones. And then it's been changed because of naming rights 3 times since. And 20 years later, and essentially 20 years since I've been here, and 3 name changes in the last 10 years, people still call it Altel. Because it's like what it is. It's like you call it, by the old Kmart, which is now a high-rise building. You say these things just in reference to where you are and as you sort of going on. So changing the name back to something that people didn't like in the first place, I can see why it's unpopular. Now, whether Donald Trump cares, he doesn't. He already said that. He changed the names of everything, including officially calling the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America, although that's going to take a while for the people to really fight that fight. But we'll see what happens. Name changes, one of the big agenda pieces for Donald Trump in his first 7 days. We're not even 7 days into this thing yet, and we're already here. What are your thought process on Mount Denali no longer being Denali, denied that name by Trump to be McKinley? Your comments, very much welcome.